Back in the bed, meditate, I think I should. No, we ain't friends, got me on.
C Dot Castro was once Logic's right-hand man. They would collaborate together, toured together, and hung out just about every day. Over the years, their relationship eventually grew sour, and they split up just to see a new rekindling from the pair almost a decade later. But what really happened between them? This is the incredible true story of C Dot Castro. Christopher Julian Castro was born in Maryland on May 22nd, 1990, and went to Gaithersburg High School. Shortly after this, he would link up with fellow up-and-coming aspiring rapper from the DMV, Logic, around 2010. Shortly after, Logic would start the collective, the Rat Pack, which would consist of close friends and creatives that helped Logic during his come-up. Now, throughout the years of 2010 and 2014, I mean, these guys were best friends. You know, if you're an OG fan, you know, I mean, classics. I mean, I'm talking Back and Forth. I'm talking Feel Good Remix. I know, Beggin, Disgusting, Worldwide, Ballin, 24 Freestyle. Fucking bangers. Fucking
certified hood classic.
Right there. And these guys were always seen together. Like I was saying, they were touring together. They were a duo. They really were a duo at this time. And in early 2014, Logic and Castro would embark on the While You Wait tour, where C Dot Castro was kicked off for unknown reasons. Castro's debut mixtape, Don't Overthink, was released in January 2015, with no Logic features, showing that he kinda wanted to step away and be his own artist more after these years of almost living in Logic's shadow to an extent. Apparently there were disagreements about Castro featuring Under Pressure. Logic said he didn't want him on the album, but he would feature him on the deluxe tracks, as Logic wanted his album to have no features, and obviously Castro did not take up this offer. On October 14th, 2015, Castro would tweet this out. This was right after the song Like Whoa dropped from Logic's album The Incredible True Story, and this is essentially him poking fun at Logic, saying he sounded just like Kendrick. This would be followed up with a long response in a twit longer, which pretty much marked the end of their relationship. I'm not going to read this whole thing out, but essentially he was just saying he's at the lowest point of his life, doing a lot of drugs, saying he should be dead or in jail. And he still did say he loved Bobby, and he's just figuring himself out. So this marks their falling out and the beginning of where they went their separate ways for years to come. So after this, Castro rebranded, changed his name, changed his image, changed basically everything about him. He wanted to stray away from being in Logic's shadow, being associated with Logic, and he went by the name Shy Gray. And he would release a bunch of songs under this name consistently, and most of these were produced by OB, who is a producer who was an old friend of Logic and the Rat Pack. And a lot of these tracks consist of themes about changing, evolving, becoming a better person, both artistically and personally. Now, in July 2016, Castro would run into a little bit of trouble. Now, I don't want to go too deep into this because I'm not here dry snitching, alright? I'm not here doing that, it's in the past, whatever, and nothing he did was really too crazy. From what I could find is that he was at a party, drunk, beat up some guy, there was rumors about weapon charges, whatever, but regardless, Castro would be convicted and file a motion to appeal, and he would be in jail from 2017 to April 13th, 2020. Now, because of him being in jail, a lot of people think the verse on Logic's Intermission was about Castro. It's not. I see that all the time. It's just not. Logic's confirmed it's not about him. And as soon as Castro did get released, he released his first day out type track called I Can't Wait, and he would continue under the Shy Gray moniker, releasing a few other tracks alongside the semi-viral track Bang Bro with Jay Plaza. So in late 2020, Logic and Castro actually started to mend their relationship. They were seen on FaceTime together, and Logic actually elaborated a little bit on their relationship on stream.
Everything's fine with me and Castro. Me and Castro were just on the phone like last week. That dude is cool, everything's fine. Castro just did a lot of really stupid ass fucking shit. And I warned him not to do it, and he did it anyway. And because of that, I was like, yo man, I can't fuck with you no more. It's that simple. And it's been like 5 years, and we're both men, and we'll always be brothers, and now shit's cool. It's all good. It's literally, there's no issue. Like I said, he made a lot of really stupid mistakes, and I couldn't be around someone who was doing the things that he was doing and treating people the way that he had been treating them at the time. Now, that's not to talk about who he has become and who he is now as a man, but there it fucking is. There's no issue. There's no problem. Shut the fuck up. Everything's okay. And it's always Castro. Fuck that Shy Gray shit. We know who you are.
So this is kind of Logic almost welcoming him back and kind of shooting back at the fact that he was calling himself Shy Gray to get away from Logic, you know, kind of poking fun at him. But it's clear at this point, obviously, they are friends and they are working out, and work it out they did, because in early 2021, Logic would drop the album Planetary Destruction under the alias Doc D. And this album would actually feature a song called Back to the Basement with C Dot Castro, obviously a reference to the basement, the come up where he came up with Castro, and he's featured on this song under the name C Dot Castro instead of Shy Gray. So this is the rebirth of C Dot Castro, literally. Logic would perform at Bitcoin Sound Money Fest on April 9th, 2022, and he would sign C Dot Castro to his record label, BobbyBoy Records.
That's my homie Castro, Castro, sit with us. What's up, man? I've known Castro for a long time, okay? I've known Castro for like, what, 13 years? He used to bust in with a ghost crab jack. He was broke, he didn't have shit. And I've been blessed enough to know my man, so even on separate paths, like this motherfucker got locked up in prison, but he came out a changed man, you know what I'm saying? He came out a man of peace on poverty. And he's one of the realest most rappers I've ever met. I love you, Dad, and tonight, on stage, I want to sign him to my record label, BobbyBoy Records. You take this. You take use my back, but don't use my back. And here we come. This is happening. This is great. I'm signing my back now. This is very good. You hear it? Hey, don't cry. Make some noise.
This is only months before the album Final Days came out, which there's a song called Kickstyle, which features C Dot Castro as well. Castro released 3 new tracks since then, and all these are bangers. You should check these guys out. Castro would begin touring again with Logic, opening for him on the Vinylverse tour with Wiz Khalifa, and Castro would rekindle with Jay Plaza and drop another song called Dance, which is pretty fire to see a little Shy Gray blast from the past, you know, come into the new Castro era. I'm fucking with that. So, College Park got released, and Castro was all over this album, featured on multiple songs on just about every single skit in the album. And if you don't know, it's a concept album about them coming up in 2011 in a road trip to a show, so this is literal, like, autobiographical in a sense, as Castro was there then and he's there now. It's quite the way to tie these two together, and Logic actually even brought Castro onto Jimmy Kimmel and performed with Castro on Jimmy Kimmel, and Castro is going to be opening for the College Park tour with Logic and Juicy J. So seeing these two come back together after all this time, after everything they've been through, is crazy. Logic and Castro even formed a rap group duo called halfBREED. They have their first EP out now, and Logic is executive producing the full halfBREED album and C Dot Castro's solo album.
Executive produce halfBREED, motherfucker. What's up? I'm gonna do the T-Man album too. You already know.
Yeah,
that's
you know
coming
that's
later.
coming. Come on,
Don't
give it to me. Don't give it to me.
Yeah, Castro's album
coming up.
I'm gonna do Castro's album
Straight
when he
up.
figures out his identity. I'm just kidding.
That shit coming.
Looks like-
The Castro album coming.
Never.
The T-Man album coming.
So it seems like these guys are just the best friends. Castro even has some more music coming out with a 3-pack that seems to be on the way, and you know, Castro and Logic, they're best buddies now. They're streaming all the time, you know, they're messing around.
I'm on you.
Yeah, be on me, faggot.
And it's great to see. But I kind of wanted to get on this video and do a little brief recap of C Dot Castro's history, as you know, he's in the limelight now for his Logic fans, and a lot of newer fans might not know the full story, or maybe they know some of it. But now you know the full story of C Dot Castro. While there are still mysteries to the story, there is a lot of truth to this, and a lot of it is private, and it's just not our business. Plus, he seems to be doing great now, so let's just leave all the negativity in the past. If you enjoyed this video and want more like, you know, I make videos on hip-hop, news, all things like that. Make sure you subscribe to the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, my Instagram, get that new Music Friday weekly updated playlist, and join my Discord down there too. And yeah, it's been Bryce. Peace.
Coming with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never top it, boy, just stop. High-end drunk, all that HD's vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. These are flowing through your city like drug money. Made a meal off rap, fuck